Mad and Centurio and Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, Mad's been it's been really good. Like it started off really good, but it's just strength to strength to strength. It just seems to be getting better and better and better.
Same with
Even though,
Centurio.
yeah, it's really coming into form. I'm hoping it leans off the battle a little bit more and heads into smidgy more lore again.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
battling.
practically since you got into it, it's been this battle.
Yeah, it's just been one battle. So it's like the start of it's like really gripping and has lots of cool character development and helps drive the story forwards. It's really interesting. And now it's just like we're here to punch your face in, and this is how we're gonna do it.
Except Julian. Julian cannot punch anyone's face in at the moment.
Well, he's in a bit of a position.
I love
Unintentionally.
that they're all like, "Oh yeah, he can respawn."
Yeah.
I
Provided
suppose they
he's
don't
dead.
really know. Yeah, they don't really know the ins and outs of his ability, but
Yeah.
and Julian can't speak up and be like, "Just kill me."
Which you
Also,
should. You just go, hey, just chop my head off and we're good. We're good to go.
it honestly feels like he's been dying for so long now, and that's only because we're reading it weekly, but good lord.
It's probably been what, 6 chapters ish.
Like just bleed out already.
He's been in this position, but there's been so much going on in that 6 chapters that it's a real Dragon Ball moment, isn't it? Hey, Commando.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it's just dragging out. It's a single moment, and it's just dragging out, but not in a bad way. I'm not saying it's like in a bad way. It's just
it's not
they're
like
extending.
Dragon Ball with them screaming. It's just
Yeah. It's not anime Dragon Ball like actual manga Dragon Ball's pretty solid. They don't do that shit.
Anyway,
yeah.
That's our cold open. Welcome everybody to episode 99 of Read This Way. God, it feels weird. We've almost hit 100 episodes. That's wild.
Almost 99. We're getting there.
Oh, the other thing that has just reached a milestone. Dan had its 200th chapter this week.
Holy hell!
That doesn't feel like it's been that long.
No, it really doesn't, and
years?
it's been 4 years. Yeah, about 4 years. It will be, and that's mind blowing. That we have been drilling Dan content into people for 4 years, and I feel like people are only just getting on board now.
Yeah.
Damn you, anime!
Ooh, season 2 is about to drop if it hasn't already.
No, it's on the 9th, I think. I think it's 9th. Hey,
Greetings, Burger. Before I forget again.
Here I was thinking just us talking was going to be our new intro. It's just...
But no, yeah.
Like,
it's been a few weeks
in a row. Yeah. Good work.
Thanks, man.
Good work.
It's because I've been so focused on the live chat, and because I've got to like switch between different tabs to keep an eye on the thing that the media assets, I just forget about them.
Man, if I actually did anything, it would probably help, but I don't. So,
what are you talking about? You sit there and look pretty. Yeah. You, the talent.
Only physically. We know this. Man.
Ooh. Ooh.
Has it been a week for news? Sorry, that was like I'm just straight up asking you. It's not a I didn't have anything like lined up. I was just
There was one that I forgot to mention. I think it was last week. It's gonna make you super happy specifically.
yay.
The hang on. Who was directing it? Oh, that's right. So okay, were you aware that there was going to be a live action Akira?
Yeah, I've been following this for a while.
If anyone could have done it justice, it would have been Taika Waititi. However, they lost the rights, and it's all been scrapped. It's been cancelled.
That's kind of understandable. Like
I'm kind of glad, in a way.
Yeah. And the rights have gone back to Kodansha, so it's not like it's been passed on to another company. Kodansha's hold on to them, and now everybody now it's a bit in war. So this will be fascinating, and I know Taika was planning to replicate the manga, not the anime, because they're two slightly different entities.
I haven't actually read the manga. How, like, I know there's more of it than there is in the film, but like, how different is it? The case of like the movie was like the first chunk and then that was it? Or...
So he made the movie when I'm going to say like 3/8 through the manga. Like he was almost halfway through the manga when he did the movie. And what happens in the movie sort of takes place, but doesn't. And it's a lot more detailed in character development and stuff like that. So you remember the movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a hot minute, but yeah.
Yeah. So you remember the group of bikers they're fighting at the start, the clowns?
Sure.
Come on. It's the whole moment with the Akira slide and all that sort of stuff.
Like, is that early in the series?
Yeah, like in the first 5 minutes of the film.
God. Well, he does it a few times, doesn't he?
No, he only does it once.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. That slide is so iconic that it has been instilled in like 150 different iterations over the years. Because people have so much adoration and respect for the film. It's insane. Every time I see an article that says Akira's overrated or someone says Akira's overrated, I don't read it. Like, I don't even bother going near it because it's not overrated. It is a brilliant masterpiece of work, and nobody can change my mind on that. But it is vastly different to the manga.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and the reason is because it was changed in format to fit the medium. And before you, that's freaking the studio is bugging out and destroying the original source and all that. No. This was written and directed by Otomo. So he did the whole thing. So the original mangaka wrote and directed the anime as well. So there's nobody can complain.
I mean, I'm sure they.
No, well they can't. So he took like a 2-year break to make this movie, and then got back to work on the manga, which extends much longer. And it is like the first half of it is very not suburban, but urban kind of environment where they're running around cities. There's tanks and military presence and bike gangs and drugs and all sorts of things happening.
All the fun stuff.
Yeah, a lot of fun stuff. And then of course the whole military experimentation kicks in. And Akira as a character actually kicks in. This is the major difference between the manga and the anime. Is Akira is an actual character in the manga.
Yeah, right.
and he plays a massive component of the second half. So the part after the film.
Yeah.
Yeah. In which case that Tetsuo doesn't actually die. He just hangs out with Akira for a bit of time. After they've completely destroyed Tokyo and everybody's living in the wasteland. It's pretty crazy, actually. I like the second half just as much as the first half. I'll tell you what, the box set's real nice. The 30th anniversary box set that they did, very nice. Hardcover all the way. But his Taika's
what pocket is there?
It's a fair whack. Like the box is pretty huge.
Okay.
So it's a fair bit of reading to be done. It's not something you can do in a week. It's a hefty bit of reading. I mean, if you were sitting
Challenge
down,
accepted.
Yeah, reading constantly for the week. When I'm looking, I'm like, like 9-hour day, family. No, there's no way I'm going to read that in a week. But if you've got nothing else to do, yeah, you can read it in a week, probably in a few days. But it's like the books are like 600 pages at least per book, and there's about 6 books.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Pretty good guesstimate.
It's like 6 volumes of Deluxe Berserk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean the book that I've had for a while now and still haven't gotten around to reading?
It's too high on the pedestal now. Everybody's talked it up too much, and now when you go to read it, it's just going to be a disappointment.
Yeah, like, oh, is that it?
No, you'll enjoy it because you've seen the anime.
No, I haven't.
And haven't you?
They're terrible. No, I never bothered. I was like, I'll read it.
The original anime isn't horrible. Like, it's okay. It's not as violent. It's not as gory. They do skip over the more gore-based components of the story. So, but you still get like the solid block of story and character. So, if you're going to watch anything, you watch the original. Is it early 2000s or late 90s? Can't remember. One of those two series that they were. Don't touch the 3D anime reanimated stuff.
Yeah, no, those are the ones that I know are stinky.
Yeah. The 3 movies they did weren't too bad.
Okay.
It did cut out a lot of stuff though. That's the only problem with it, is it cuts out chunks. But it does a pretty solid job following the story in those first, I want to say 3 books. First 3 books. Yeah. This is the other thing, is like we've only ever had animated like the first 3 books of the series.
Yeah, there's
the rest
like
of
what,
them haven't been touched on.
Of the big ones.
Yeah. So there is so much, and there's like if they were to animate it, it would be a solid effort, big undertaking. That would take them years, many years. They'd have to set up a whole studio just to do it. Surely enough.
Yeah.
Someone. Just do a spin-off studio. Put a bit of talent in there and just let them run for a little bit.
I feel like there was this. Oh, I think it was the team behind Jobless Reincarnation. They set up the whole studio for that. And obviously the One Piece, but that wasn't really. They just kind of set up a team for that project. Because that was already Wit.
Yeah, it's Wit.
Yeah. I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
We haven't heard anything from Wit in so long.
It's because they've been busy.
Yeah, I know.
It's good.
I want it.
It's good. I like it when studios take their time to do a project. You get nothing but beautiful things happening. So it's a la Takopi's. So, it's.
I haven't gotten around to watching it yet. Have you?
if I could reach through the screen and slap you. Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
did.
watch it before the podcast, but I ran out of time.
It's a bit hard to talk about now. I mean, you know the story, but it's hard.
Yeah.
Hard to it's hard to connect on the whole translation of the manga over to anime if there's only one person like making the conversation there. So I'll wait till you've seen it. No, I'll wait till you've seen it before we talk about it. It'll make it more fun.
Does it end on a pretty good note to give everyone a taste of what the rest of the season's going to be like? Cool.
Did you see it smash the Crunchyroll numbers?
No.
Oh,
I actually haven't
like,
seen anything about it, which is kind of why I forgot to watch it.
So it's like third most rated, commented on, and watched episode behind Jinwoo and One Piece.
That's
so
awesome.
It's just freaking destroyed this season. The rest of the season, everybody's going to be like, oh, playing catch up. Between this, Dan to Dan, Gachikuta, I don't know what the other guys are going to... They're really going to have to pull out something amazing.
Is Gachikuta this season or is it next?
Yeah. No, it's this season. Okay. Yeah. There's some real special stuff happening. And I'm glad the studios are taking their time with it, which is good.
And I've got my fingers and toes and testicles and everything else twisted. I mean, crossed. For Sakamoto season 2, that it's gonna surprise everybody and
I hope
really
it just
smash it out.
Slaps the way it's meant to. You know, this is a very important component to the series, and they need to like hit the nail right on the head with it. If they can't hit this one, if they can't hit this one, they're just gonna have to hand it off. Like I actually really enjoy their style and the angle they were going for and the way it feels and looks. But they really need to come in with that action component.
Yeah, they need some serious Sakuga coming in. Big dick swinging energy.
Yes, and it's I mean, we get a bit of action here, but as it goes further down the track, it just gets way crazier, and it just gets even more full on than what it is now. So if they can't handle this season, then they just need to pass it off. Just pass it off. Give it to the guys who know how to do it.
We do have a new sports manga starting in about a week. 5 days.
Is that from anybody in particular or a newbie?
I honestly got no information. Actually, I didn't think about this beforehand, but give me 1 second and I'll tell you.
I caught you off guard.
No, I had no information on the actual post. So it is by Yoshiharu Katakoka. What have you done before, sir? Or madam?
I just can't tell.
Cool. It's just a white screen. Why is that not working?
Oh, and after seeing the mangaka for Gachi Akuda, the rest of these mangakas need to up their A game.
Looks to be just 3 one-shots.
Okay.
In saying that, I went looking for the mangaka who did the other new series that started this week. The running one. I couldn't find anything about them. Yeah,
so much has been happening.
Bros, I think it was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did not.
Ekiden Bros. It's all about running.
That did not tickle me at all.
Gotta go fast. I haven't. Has he got like 6 nipples going up his neck?
Shh.
I don't know what that
It's a
is.
condition that you shouldn't be like just bringing out like that straight up.
My bad.
You should relax a little bit. Some people just have 6 nipples running up their neck. That's just how things
I
work.
was just questioning it. I wasn't trying to shame it, bro.
I would say that there's some sort of electrode or cooling pad or something.
So I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Just like jiggling the thing so it's moving. Yeah, they did a PV thing for it, but I haven't gotten around to having a look at this one. I was more interested by the other one that started this week on Plus.
Yeah, that's no surprise that caught your eye.
Which I fell down a massive rabbit hole just trying to figure out what the go was with it.
Where the story came from and who
Well,
was
yeah,
the original
because
author and all that sort of stuff.
you open it up and it's like the story continues. I'm like, what do you mean the story? What? What do you mean?
I just assumed that they were just creating some lore in there somewhere. I didn't think it was an
fam.
ongoing story. But
Well,
little did I know.
I think it's a spiritual successor.
Yeah.
Continuate, kind of like the Final Destination movies and like those sort of slasher movies where it's like they're same universe, same themes and whatnot. It's just whole new cast doing a new story.
Yeah. Okay. Because I was about to say, is it a continuation of the original novel? I say novel with like a very light sort of term there, because
Well, no, because that he turned that into a light novel.
Yeah. It still does my head in, the way they did those things. So you got the phone novel, the light novel, the was there an anime in there as well? And a live action?
Yeah, hang on, I had it
Yeah.
up on my phone, so I'm just gonna bring it up on
Like, this thing must have a huge fandom somewhere along the lines, and we're missing out. Because it's all urban myth stuff.
yeah. So we've got manga, ONA, another manga, another manga, a live action film, and yeah, what was it? Two novels, or the novel, and the phone novel was the original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to give people an idea, what's a phone novel?
I
And are you
don't
familiar with
know,
them?
man. I've got no idea.
Okay, so this is what they would do. They would get people to subscribe to a text message,
What?
and each day, so depending on their release schedule, they would release part of the novel via text message each day or each week, depending on how long. I think it was daily because text messages are so short. They would send out these text messages each day that were a continuation of the story from the day before. And that was their, like, we're talking early 90s light novel.
That is
And it was
insane.
cool. That was the
I've
cool thing they
never
did.
heard of this before.
Haven't you? It is pretty crazy.
Chapters consists
And
of about 70 to 100 words due to character limitations.
yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's really cool. And then they would become super popular. If they got enough subscribers, then they would have enough, to go to a publisher and say, "Hey, there's enough demand for this. Let's do a thing."
That is crazy. I kind of don't know what I was expecting when I saw the whole cell phone novel.
Yeah. It's a really cool sort of past fact of the Japanese, light novel sort of area of
Yeah.
event. And because they took, I guess they took on technology on board so well in that regard, they just seem to do it better than everyone else. And to this day, like realistically, they still do this sort of stuff with Twitter, and they still do it with like Messenger and stuff like that. They'll roll out these stories in these styles of
Cool.
limited character environments.
So I'm assuming, seeing as cell phone novels is like we're going back to what mid 2000s. I think I saw somewhere.
Okay, man, I
Um,
I don't comprehend when cell phones really hit. Like it's not a thing for me to really sort of work out
no,
where things happen.
it was just saying 5 out of the 10 best-selling novels in Japan in 2007 were originally cell phone novels.
There you go.
That is so bizarre to think about.
It's like
No,
indie level.
it was in the 90s,
Yeah,
and it was popular mainly amongst teenage girls.
yeah, yeah. And they would do a lot of this sort of stuff. They would do a lot of urban myth style stories. You wouldn't have seen a lot of romance or there probably was a few romance stories, but there was a lot of like just straight up urban myth because it worked around those teenage girl high school environments.
Yeah.
Um, and a lot of them would have heard of these myths, or they may have, created this myth and allowed it to sort of pass through the high schools. Uh,
I know we're going down a bit of a
yeah,
rabbit hole here. Um, the first phone novel was published in Japan in 2003 by a Tokyo man in his mid 30s who calls himself Yoshi. His first cell phone novel was called Deep Love, the story of a teenager engaged in subsidized rent a girlfriend in Tokyo and contracting AIDS.
oh, that's brutal. But
Yeah,
okay,
I that's why I needed to share that one because I
yeah.
was reading it and was like, I'm sorry.
I mean, it's a story.
Yeah, that's
I
crazy.
wonder. I wonder what that switch was that flicked him and just went. I should do something different.
Uh, then was published and sold 2.6 million copies.
Oh wow! This is turned into a
Spun
live
off into
action.
manga, TV, film.
Yep.
That is
There you go.
insane. I've never
So
heard of this before. Anyway, so
they can
this
do it over there
series,
because of the population. Sorry.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's all.
Yep.
Um, so this was originally one of those. So back, I'm assuming early 2000s, late 90s. Um, then I can't find any information about the light novel. Um, I'm sure I saw it though. The manga, the first iteration by the same author, was first published in 2014, and then we've got the it's 10 episodes, runtimes of 3 minutes for
Yeah.
the original net animation. That was in 2017. Then there was a 5 volume manga. Oh, the original was 17 volumes. Then there was a spin off 5 volumes in 2018, another one for 3 volumes in 2022, and a live action movie in 2022 as well that was done by Warner Bros. Japan.
Warner
So
Bros. Japan like smashing it.
it's a pretty big franchise. So
Yeah.
the English title is re either well, this one is re slash member. The everything else stylizes it with the semicolon, like Japan loves to do with putting
Yeah.
re in front of things.
I know, but when you put re in front of member, it doesn't do the thing that it's
No,
meant to do. It should have been re/remember. Yeah? Re
re
remember?
remember.
Yeah. Otherwise, they're just remembering.
Yeah, but no, because
What are
they
they going
don't
to do with that
use
member?
the Hari with the semicolon. We're getting off topic. They don't use it properly anyway. They never have.
Okay, they just put re on in the front of everything.
Because it's cool for
Mm.
them.
I believe that's exactly why they do it, because it looks cool. Yeah.
It's very much so straight. It's straight up a slasher flick in manga form.
Yeah, it starts out exactly like a slasher flick would start.
Yeah. Did you read this one?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
A lot? Cool, because you read more than I did then.
It starts
Ow.
out exactly like a slasher. Like
It really does.
It gives you the jump scare like first up, which is great. It's like slashers always start with that, the false jump scare. Like it's very like ABCs of slasher films.
Yeah.
Scream.
What do they refer to him as? The red person?
Yeah, they just call it
There
the
it is.
red person. But later
It's just a
describes
chick
her
covered in blood.
as chick covered in blood is exactly how they describe it. But everybody says the red person, which just seems a bit silly.
So,
But,
the whole premise so far, from what I'm gathering, is you have to collect body parts. I'm not entirely sure if it's of the red person or if it's of a different person.
you have to. So you're on a 24-hour loop.
Yeah.
And you have to collect all of the body parts of the red person within those 24 hours. Otherwise, she comes and kills you, and then you loop back around again.
So is it a
Wait
separate
a minute.
entity
you
from
have
the
to.
body?
Sorry, you have to do it while she's chasing you, and if you die, it just loops back around again.
Yeah.
So you're in a constant like loop, running backwards, and you've got to find all the body parts. Yeah, it's a cool concept, really. Doesn't seem to it doesn't seem to sound like it has a lot of legs to it. Like it's going to be a mini series,
I mean,
which is
the
great.
first one did 17 volumes, which is pretty impressive for like that premise of in and of itself.
Yeah.
The others being 5 and 3 respectively make a lot more sense.
Yeah. Well, horror in general tends to be shorter in format, just to maintain the tension. Also, by the way, the novelist's name,
Wellzard,
which I have a feeling is just a miscalculation for wizard.
Nah, it could be 2 words combined. Japan likes to do that a lot too.
Could be.
You know, like a Mr. Spakaru. The thing that kind of made me dive down the rabbit hole was the credits on the first couple of pages. You've got original novel, and you've got the manga, and then you've got a screenplay credit as well.
So the manga is referring to the artist, and the
I honestly got no
screenplay is
idea.
what they're working from. That's what I would assume. Normally it's the other way around.
It was really hard to find a lot of
screenplays first, and then the artists. Yeah.
And a lot of the information that I did find was all under the Japanese title, which is Karada Sagashi, which kind of it sounds better. Probably means the same.
No, it means remember.
Sure, it does.
That's what it means. I reckon someone's mistranslated that.
It literally. You know what? That's a better title. It literally translates to body search.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, remember, like member components, a member of a limb.
Like dismembered.
Yeah. Wow, that took a little while
Nah,
for it to actually sink in.
Yeah.
That in itself is like look, title aside, this is exactly what it is, and it does a good job of it. It's actually fun.
Yeah. I'll
Yeah.
definitely be keeping an eye on it. It's giving. I mean, it's slasher vibes, so it's giving me similar vibes to Tokyo Underground or Underworld. I can never remember what it's called.
Yeah,
Which
but
was
not
the last
not
slasher
quite.
manga that I read.
That was, I think, a lot darker and edgier. Whereas this is a
Yeah, it was.
more classic
Yeah,
slasher style finish. Like the kids are kids. They're not
yeah. Or
they're not
the
anybody special. They're just general everyday characters
they're quite
thrown into a
literally just
situation.
running
Yeah.
a haunted house based off the
I love that.
what do they
I
call
love the
it?
Karate Girl.
Yeah, just whoosh.
Yeah.
And then they like go on about thirsting over girls and
Yes.
go
Yes.
watch
A lot of
how's
thirsting
it?
going on. How are you finding the bubbles on this one? Been doing pretty well.
I didn't actually notice any issues with it. Should I have?
Yeah. No, I'm just
Oh,
I'm
okay.
stating the fact. I'm stating the fact that they seem to be a lot more on point recently than they have been in the past.
Yeah,
Like they may have hired some actual professionals instead of using AI.
the Classroom of the Brains is still doing that weird thing where the tails is they've got the inverted tail, but it's blacked out. I don't know
That's
why they're
that's
doing it
the
that way.
mangaka. That's the mangaka doing that because they physically draw the bubbles on. I don't. Yeah, I don't know, man.
It's a choice.
I think it suits the whole weird shit vibe that it has.
And there is another new one coming to Plus. Well, it's the end of the month. Is snowboarding anime, manga rather. And just off the picture that we get, Young Gun Borders looks pretty fun. Look at
Sick.
it. I love that this one just looks like he's like straight out of a fantasy novel with
Yeah,
like a little headband.
like straight
I
out of a
got nothing.
JRPG.
Yep.
That is a bizarre like lineup. What is going on there?
I don't know.
Is it just three people trying really hard to be cool?
That's what I'm getting. I'm really hoping that they're like real cringy delinquents.
Just like
And like
100% tryhards.
they're like like have the same energy as Golden Boy in the swimming episode where he's got like such confidence and they're all like looking so cool and then they go to snowboard and they just eat shit immediately.
It could
That'd be great.
be if it's a gag series, I'd be intrigued. Like I'm not a big fan of gag series, but this would intrigue me as to just what kind of stupid shit they could get up to. But if it's like serious, if this is serious, I'm gonna be a little concerned. Oh, surely enough. Like that
Wait.
would be a pretty generic name. What did you get?
Surely not. I mean, the person that comes up when you search Musashi mangaka is the dude that did Vagabond, and
Nah.
just anything to not go back to Vagabond, right?
I don't think this would be it. I don't think this would be it. He would have to seriously downgrade his skills. Like this is if this was his work, this is his work in between taking a coffee break while working on Vagabond. It looks weird. I hope it's weird in the right way. Just uncomfortable. That's what I want from it. I want to feel uncomfortable when reading this. Young Gun Borders. Even the name is like, it's got to be influenced by JoJo's, right?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Honestly, I'm finding nothing. It's too early.
Yeah. We'll wait until it happens, and then we'll just, borders. Yes. They should. Maybe they should put snowboarders in the title somewhere.
Nah.
Gun borders.
Not a recommendation from us, but Home at the Horizon by Taiyo Watabe is being recommended by You and I are Polar Opposites mangaka.
Oh, okay, cool.
And it looks cool. It looks cool. Two bros in a bathhouse, fully dressed.
Yeah. You and I and Polar Opposites was really enjoyable. It's a lot of fun. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Looks like a little bit of a bromance kind of job.
The author praises the warm and natural conveyance of clouded heart moments when we interact with people, and how those same encounters also give our hearts glimpses of light.
Nice.
Yeah.
Them some good words. Hats off.
Right?
Boop.
That's the Borders one again. There is Vigilantes has been confirmed and has a teaser for season 2.
Yep.
Coming 2026.
Expected.
Yeah.
2026. Oh.
Ah, shit. Witch Hat Atelier has been delayed until 2026 due to production issues. So they should take their time.
Who's working on that?
Bug Films, the same team that did Zom 100, I think.
Okay.
I think that was
okay. Yeah.
Which they had issues with.
That's a good sign. That's a good sign.
They had issues with Zom 100 too, didn't they?
Well, considering that they were making a series that sort of highlighted black companies and the way they operated, they wanted to take a step back and make sure that they were producing the quality of work they wanted to produce without putting the pressure on the team that they have. And if that means walking away from an environment like that, then that's what they did. And I hope that this means that they will have the series complete when they release it, instead of having to work day and night to make things happen. They just take their sweet ass time, because there's enough. I don't get it. Like there is enough material for people to enjoy in between the other stuff. So take your time, do the thing, do it properly, and then release it. There's no rush. We're not sitting here going, you have to have this out now. We want to see the thing good. We don't want to see the thing bad now. We want to see the thing good later. So just
louder.
I'm hoping that this is yes, we just want to see the thing better. That's all it is.
Yeah. I'm okay with them delaying it, but
yeah,
I'm also a little sad. But if it means a better product at the end of the day,
Man, let him cook.
I'm happy to be
Gorgeous.
sad.
He's
No,
got
I
the
was just
flu.
really looking forward to seeing Witch Hat Atelier at the end of this year. But that means I'll probably end up catching up completely to the manga by that point. Honestly, though, I think I'm past the point where they'd be adapting up to anyway.
Oh, easy. Because the animes are usually what, 6 chunks by the end of the first season,
Yeah.
usually.
I've been meaning to actually check if it's still ongoing, the manga.
Is it 10? Might be 10.
Oh, yeah, no, it is still ongoing. It's currently got 14 volumes. Just 12 have been, I think, released in English.
Yeah, and it has no signs of slowing down. No.
I was like, I think I'm in volume 8 at the moment, and one of my coworkers thought that it only had 12, and I was kind of like, from where I was reading, I was just like, I don't know if they could wrap this up in 4 volumes. Like, they could if they needed to, but
Could they
it's
though?
too popular
To be happy, you could. And if they can something, they wouldn't give them 4 volumes to wrap it
No,
up.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's probably why I haven't heard much about anything. Fun little fact: the bug films used to go under OLM Team Kojima, so they were a part of OLM, which makes sense as to why they decided to do the whole Black Company thing.
Yeah.
Because if
Because
I
they.
remember, is that the company that does Pokemon? Yeah, it's the company that does
Yeah,
Pokemon.
yeah. That's the super duper company. Yeah,
Yep.
that does a lot of big stuff. And they are evil.
Yep.
They're an evil company.
So they actually worked on Comey Can't Communicate and Summertime Rendering
Yeah.
back in 2021 and 2022.
Don't get me wrong, they produce good material, but
No, but
they
it's
do it
the same
by
team
sacrificing. Okay, yeah, that are
that
doing.
did bug films.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So they just got together and went, nah, none of this. Yeah. They did a Kojima.
Funny you mentioned that because his name is also Kojima.
Must be
Hiroaki
something in the
Kojima.
name.
It
Something in
was
the
so it
name.
was OLM Team Kojima specifically that
Wow.
splintered
That's
off and did
hilarious, actually.
a little bit.
It must be something rebellious in the name.
And I don't know if you've seen Summertime Rendering, but that is
Yeah.
such a good
It's a
time
beautiful
travel.
piece of
Oh,
work. It really is. And it's very well animated. Very well. And
I still need to
directed.
read that one shot too. Anyway,
Was there a one shot?
yeah, there was a one shot that dropped on Manga Plus when we did our first season of Read This Way. That I hadn't watched or read Summertime Rendering at that point, so
Yeah.
I was kind of like, okay,
Okay.
all
It's a
right,
thing. It happened.
sure. um, it's Maggie Lumiere Co. Limited. Will be ending.
Wait. It's Magie Lumiere.
You know what I said?
No.
What did I say?
You broke it into 2 words.
Yeah, because I was having trouble pronouncing it because
Yeah,
I
I
have
was helping.
disability, Logan.
I was helping. I wasn't pushing you down. I wasn't kicking you in the mud. I was guiding your hand
I'm just fucking with you.
or your mouth for this matter. Wow. Yes. Yes. Are we on to season? What are they on season?
But no, the manga's ending.
Oh yeah. Okay.
With chapter 160.
It's a good run.
Next week.
Yeah. That's a pretty solid run. Comfortable. I like those sort of that length. That's a good length. Like that's 3 years. It's a 3-year run.
Just checking the comments. It is a completion. It's not getting axed, which I mean you could assume with the runtime and the anime as well.
Yeah. Mangaka's probably just gone, I want to do something else now.
I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah. It's nice when they do that. And they close it off properly.
The video I sent you a little while ago that looked super horny and then turned into something kind of cool. Do you remember what that was called?
You're gonna have to narrow that down a little bit.
It was the anime trailer, and it was like really horny, and then it like became something like an action series.
Nah, you still gotta like put the blinkers on a little bit, and
it was basically hentai. All
still
right,
not helping.
We're probably gonna have to talk about it next week.
Wait. Yeah, like, how long ago did you send it to me?
It was in the group chat.
Oh, okay. God, I'll never find it now.
I can't remember what it was called, but it looked really interesting. Just for like what they're handling in, just on the trailer alone, I got whiplash.
Man, you send me so many videos.
I found it. It's fine. It's called Nukitashi, the animation. Ecchi anime new trailer. It's beginning July 18th by Studio Passione.
Studio Passione. Yeah, I'm still struggling to find it.
Not?
How far back did you send it?
It was a few days ago. It was Friday.
Oh yeah.
It was specifically a link to Twitter, I believe.
Oh, okay.
This one.
Anyway, okay.
Because as you can see,
oh yeah. Now I remember all that stuff. Yeah. No, and it started off like, yeah, you're right. It started off like mega horny, and then it just did a 180 like mid trailer and turned into some really good looking battle manga style.
It gave me like Kill the Kill vibes, but
yeah,
hornier than Kill the Kill.
Oh well, yes.
Kill the Kill meets Prison School with battle manga elements.
So DxD?
I don't know, man. Ones to watch?
I get that this stuff hangs around, but I don't think it should be necessarily frowned upon. Like, it just because of the material doesn't mean the animators aren't doing a phenomenal job when it comes to action and more heartwarming moments.
In saying that, it did look like they were like teaching kids how to fuck in school.
Well, if they're smart, they will leave that like the mosaic in because it's hilarious. Yeah, like it's funny. It adds a lot of humor to the component. If they take it out, then I just be thinking just be a little bit more generic in its functionality. Then
just another one you have to watch on the hub, like
yeah, exactly right. But it did look really good. Like the story was rather captivating in that short span of time.
You know what? It's if Shimonetta was a battle manga.
Yeah.
Shimonetta? The concept, the world where the concept of a dirty joke doesn't exist?
Oh, yeah.
The one that she wears the panties on her head.
Man, when I watched that for the first time, there was no English dub. I had to read that.
And it's so they
It's so
talk so
fast.
fast.
So fast. There were moments I had to pause. Like I had to pause through that because it was intense speed, but hilarious show. But you're right, that it's got that same sort of etchy component to it,
Yeah.
but they drive the humor so hard and fast that it eclipses that component completely and just makes it funny every time it happens. So I'm down for it if it
Kind of
adds
wish we got
humor.
more Shimonetta, because I really liked that series. It was fun.
It was a cool
Unhinged.
concept. It was a cool
Unhinged and
concept.
horny.
Yeah.
But yeah, cool little dystopian thing.
Yeah, it's
GGG
like
has
a
been. Sorry, what were you
cancelled?
gonna say?
Hasn't been
No,
cancelled yet.
no,
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 good.
no, no.
Oh god, I was a little bit worried there.
It's been recommended by Marriage Toxin.
Yeah, okay. That makes
Mangaka
sense.
Mizuki Yoda. Basically saying what we said about it. Overwhelming artistic skill when drawing the strongest grandpa, and the mixture of both warm, I thought that said honey, warm homey feelings with powerful and passionate scenes at the same time.
Yeah, that's right.
And this is how they've got the little, it's not a dust cover, I forget, they have a special name, but
They got a little advertisement thing down the bottom there. Like a
yeah.
banner. They put a banner at the bottom of it.
Yeah. I mean, it works the same as a dust cover would, but yeah.
Not really.
Yeah. It's the
It's like
same.
1/3. It's 1/3 of a
Yeah, but
dust
functionally, it's the same thing, just smaller. Like it folds around the
cover.
book.
How's it protecting it from dust? You man.
I'm so sorry. I may have had a little bit too much wine tonight.
How about you go ahead and take your logic outside?
So, for anyone that doesn't know, I hold all the power.
Yes.
When we do the show.
I'm just an onlooker like everyone else.
Oh, it was mean. Nue's Exorcist has reached 1.2 million copies in circulation. It's already up to 10 volumes.
Yeah. Well, it's been running for a while. And I feel like I need to go back and give it another chance. Because I really didn't mind the first part.
It was okay.
Kind of generic at the start. And by the looks of it, it's really settled into its own.
Even Bleach is pretty generic in its start.
So hard to watch the start.
Even the manga, like Kubo style drags you through the start of Bleach. Just the way he presents it in the manga is a lot more palatable than the start of the anime. And the pacing, like it's very short that you actually stay in Tokyo, and then when you get into the Soul Society, that's when it's like bang, 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 and the ball just doesn't stop rolling. Essentially,
it's rather fascinating because you read the first part, that little tiny part of Bleach, and it is such like a blatant ripoff of Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah. Yep.
Like it is.
It's Yu Yu Hakusho, but with samurai.
No, well, yeah, but it's a ripoff. Like it's the same story at the start, but that's such a common thing in a lot of these stories.
Yeah.
Is they use someone else's popular story starter to get the engine running,
different,
just to get it started. And once it's started, then they can throw their own spin on the environment and actually get it in the direction they want to. But in order to get people to grab onto something, they kind of need to grab onto something familiar, and they use that all the time. It happens all the time, which I guess is fine as long as it kicks into something different later on.
I think we're still
Cobra.
waiting.
Space Adventure Cobra.
Yeah.
Which is getting a new anime soon. But it's original, like the first part of the original manga, which is like 80s. I think it's 80s when that released, late 80s, is actually Total Recall. Which everybody's
Yeah.
like, what? The Schwarzenegger movie came out like way after that thing. No. The original Total Recall story, which happened way back. So it's the same concept. So he ripped that concept off, but after that initial component, it came into its own. It started doing its own thing. So it seems to be a common starter, I guess. Like sourdough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They all have the little same.
They got a little
subtle
starter.
yeast.
Yeah. And it's always the same starter. So they keep reusing the same starter to get the dough going. But once the dough's going, it's fine by itself.
I'm moving on to the next news.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm assuming you all can hear me on my keyboard.
Yeah, always.
It's loud as fuck.
Yeah, because you're a blue keys kind of guy.
I'm a gamer boy with a gamer keyboard. I don't know. Anyway,
if you had some linear reds on there, you'd be right. You call yourself a gamer boy. Continue.
I saw. So the next bit of news was Black Clover related. But it's literally news of news. That's coming in like a week.
This is the announcement. There's going to be an announcement.
Yeah. So it has been 4 years since there's been any anime related things from canon material. I think there's been a movie since the anime ended with episode 170. So the announcement of the announcement is exciting information relating to the anime. Probably it coming back because the series is wrapping up.
Yeah. They finally got enough material to work with.
Ooh,
that's good. That's good. So they're going to do 1,000 more thing.
Yeah,
they're gonna come in hard and they're gonna over animate the shit out of that.
I mean, the Black Clover anime wasn't terrible.
Bad. No, but is it to today's standards? Is the question. You know, we're used to
when was it? It was only
way now.
I suppose it was 8 years ago. That seems weird, but anyway, moving on. The one that we were talking about at the start, the Karada Sagashi, the Remember. This is the one of the previous manga covers.
Nice.
So that looks pretty cool.
That is tasty, actually. I'm just looking at all the layers in that.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, the chromatic aberration that they put in there is actually making it kind of difficult to look at, which is advantageous towards the materials.
Actually,
hard to focus on. Like it's really hard to place your eyes somewhere.
Is that using the blue green the red blue glasses 3D effect?
And kind of, but no. So chromatic aberration is what happens when a lens lets light in a particular way. it separates the light like a prism into the film, and that generates a separation of the light in two directions, which creates that what they call
That's
chromatic
really
aberration.
cool.
Sorry.
But because I have the image here, and I'm able to make it bigger, it does look like it is they've got the on either side of the pupil, they've got the blue and the red. So I don't know.
Yeah, they're the two colors that separate in
Okay.
the chromatic aberration. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Which is also the reason why we use it in
God, it's
so much material today.
really hard to look at.
Yeah, I know. Like they've done it so well. They've done it with so many textures and layers that it's difficult to look at. So it's even designed with fonts in mind to make it difficult to look at and read, and it makes you uncomfortable.
Hmm.
I
And then they
like
got
it.
then there's this one as well.
Nice. Simple.
Yeah, which I don't know. I kind of prefer the other one, even though it kind
Yeah.
of makes me want to squint every time I look
I
at
want
it.
to put that on a poster. That needs to be on a poster.
Yeah. Hell Teacher Nube has got its anime opening. It looks really cool.
Is it dropping this week or next week? Must be next week if they've dropped the intro.
Kind of got a really cool music track too, which I can't play for you.
But we can link it, of course. Has it got a cool retro vibe to it? Because that's the style
It does.
of the series. Yeah, nice. Nice. It's looking good.
Oh, it's dude from Dan to Dan.
Seems to be a theme in some areas.
I wonder if that was actually a direct
could be a reference
in Dan to Dan to this. Yeah. But yeah, I'm kind of hyped for this. I reckon it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Old school stuff tends to be a lot more fun. Less serious.
The track that they've got for it is Power by Akuro Tyson. Oh wait, no, that's the full title. By Shintenchi Kai. Oh, Jesus, dude. All right.
Shintenchi Kaibyaku? Kaibyaku.
Zigzag. Anyway,
Zigzag.
It kind of reminds me of Nightmare, the other metal band that did the opening for Death Note, but like
okay, edgy.
The real like orchestral sort of like glam metal, not the heavy metal of Maximum the Hormone.
Not the brutal kind, the more classical kind.
Yeah, classical metal.
Yeah, the kind your dad listened to. You're old.
And why you make me feel old?
Because I get to
Witch Watch has got a new OP and ED already.
Yeah, the second season's coming next season. I mean the second half of the same season.
They've got the cast doing a funny little dance, and it just always reminds me of like mid 2000s, like Haruhi and Lucky Star. Like
everything old is new again.
Yeah. But then
Doing
again,
it'll be a TikTok dance.
I was about to say the same thing happened with Mashal and Bling Blang Bang Bong. Oh, no, stop. And the ED just looks really cute and wholesome, and just like a slideshow of going over all the core casts as kids.
Nice.
Yeah.
Such a cute series.
It really is. And Oversleeping Takahashi will be ending with chapter 43.
Oversleeping Takahashi.
Apparently, it's an excellent rom-com, a very generic battle shonen.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I just looked at the cover for that, and I'm just like, what? How did I not see this?
That's not the cover, the little tile that they use on Manga Plus.
Yeah. It's similar to the one that they use on Manga Plus.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the detective that's oversleeping.
Yeah.
I don't remember which. Yeah, I'm thinking of a different series.
I'm gonna hit this up.
Now that it's been cancelled.
Yeah, it's had a little bit of a run. It's 58 chaps. Looks interesting.
What is Natsukomi?
It's been a lot of interesting stuff lately. It's good.
Cool. So there's a convention thing that's happening in Japan that Shueisha, I think Shueisha runs.
Yeah.
And they're giving away stickers.
Oh, of course they are.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, Shueisha.
Bond Summer's
They don't give us
dressed up as an
option.
eggplant.
They don't even give us an option.
You know. What's that? You want them?
Yeah.
You pay for them. Nah, get out
Can
of
I?
here. Money.
I want to buy them. You gonna let me? No.
Oh, that was D Gray Man. Oh, actually, there's news on D Gray Man. It's come back again.
Mangaka's still alive. Nice.
Yeah. I also found out that Nana is not completed. It is on hiatus. So I think that's another one. Yeah. Shoujo music slice of life drama.
Huh.
About two girls, both named Nana. It's like mid 2000s, early 2000s.
Oh yeah, nah, wouldn't have hit me.
Speaking of, it was pretty cool. Yeah. Oh, that's the last one. It was pretty edgy.
Yeah. Well, mid 2000s, you got to expect it.
It was Yuri.
Yeah. I know, like I know the title, I know the poster, I know the artwork, but I never like looked at it.
Yeah. You want some covers?
Yeah, throw some covers before I start talking about things.
Because I think that's practically it. Covers and key visuals and color pages. That's pretty much all I've got left.
Righto, run them out. Move them on, run them out. Run them up. Roll hard.
Starting with key visuals. That's a pretty cool key visual for vigilantes.
Nice.
It does its job.
Good angle.
In my head, I think I know roughly where season 1 has it ended already?
Yeah. Well, I keep saying this, like 12, 13 episodes is not a season. Half a season.
Yeah.
But if they classify that as the new season.
Yeah, I don't remember when it started because Like
Netflix.
24
Netflix.
was no, Netflix does 8 and it's bullshit and I
No,
hate it.
no. Sometimes they do 10, and sometimes they do 13.
Netflix just does. This is
Does
how much
whatever.
money you're getting. Figure it out.
Stretch it to however you like.
I don't like it.
I don't know. It's just the way things are. And look, if they need to once again take their time to release 13 episodes at a time and maintain the quality, don't care.
Yeah.
Don't care. As long as it's coming. That's all we care about.
I feel like it was like maybe around 2015 that it kind of started the 12 episode seasons. Like it's been around for a while now.
It's been around for a few years.
But yeah, no, a full season still in my head is 24.
Yeah, always will be for me. It's just how
Because
it
we're
was.
old.
Oh, come on, man. It's not.
Look at those
It's not
arms.
like it was. It's not like it was yesterday. Yeah, I'm super excited for this.
Those are some serious trunks. Like, good God.
I'm glad that they haven't changed the style at all. Like, that is just ridiculous.
Even his lats are insane.
Like, the muscles in his arms are 100% anatomically incorrect.
Yeah, well, you get that big, and then you tell me.
I will.
How
I will. I'll do it.
I ain't telling him that how anatomically incorrect he is.
And then I'm gonna insert my fingers into your chest. This is North Star style.
He'll just be like, "Nah, you already dead, bro."
Yeah. Oh man, such a good line.
Yeah.
Even on the movie adaptation, did you ever watch the live action movie adaptation of that?
I've only seen clips.
The American one.
Oh no! Did they Dragon Ball?
No, they didn't actually do too bad a job.
Okay.
Like, it's not great, but it's not terrible.
I actually really dig the key visual for this too.
It's cool, but I'm not a Demon Hunter guy.
I know.
You know that.
Although the trailers they've been dropping for the movie for the
cinematography that they've
House or
done for
whatever
the
it
new
is.
movie looks pretty exciting.
It looks. I haven't watched anything past season 1.
I got
Yeah.
not quite halfway into season 1.
All the good bits were at the later end of season 1.
Too much screaming.
That was my problem with Black Clover.
Black Clover. Yeah, that was also another one I had to drop because there was just too much screaming.
It's better in English, but and as it goes on, it gets significantly toned down as well. But yeah, it was.
I'm a dub guy.
Yeah. Our latest Chainsaw Man cover is gonna have the real Fammy.
Yes.
Dan cover.
Nice.
That's probably the least my least favorite Dan cover so far.
It's the least vibrant. There's a lot going on in that cover.
Yeah.
I kind of unnecessarily.
Yeah. Anyway, like it's still good, but it's all the others are just better.
Yeah.
Wait, what is that?
Yato, presented by Yato. Give me something. What do you got?
More than lovers, less than friends. Hope you're happy, Lemon.
Okay. God damn it, Lemon. Why aren't you happy?
Saichi's Records, number 5. Ghost Fixes, number 5. Centuria. That is the most misleading cover I've ever seen.
Yeah, look, it's kind of fun when they do stuff like this. making it look all innocent and stuff. I like it.
Astro Baby.
Is that still going? It is. It's still going. I'm curious to see where it's gone. That's a weird series.
Machi and Oboro. Get Away Matsumoto. Oh, that's the cycling one. That's right.
Yeah.
Sorry, the picture and the title weren't matching up in my head until I saw the dude on the bike.
Ah, yeah, in the logo.
In the logo, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it took me a minute for a second, and then I saw the bike. Yeah.
Little Shiba Inu rooms.
Nice.
This would be the last
final.
Last volume of Kunegai.
They just can't seem to get the videography thing happening, can they?
I know. It's sad.
Yeah.
Oversleeping Takahashi.
Yeah. That looks it looks interesting.
Yeah.
Like the art style's a little janky, and I like it.
I wonder if they know what anyway. Lunatic Terrapop.
Knew exactly what they were doing.
I don't. Have we spoken about this one before? Because this looks fun.
I don't think we have.
Nightlight Hounds. This is another one I kind of want to pick up.
I've tried it a couple of times, and it's very drama.
But she's got a Tommy gun.
Yeah, it's like 1920s drama kind of vibe, but with some like power system action going
on. You need to watch
Bakuno. I guess you could lean in that direction. You might enjoy it.
I want to watch Bakuno again.
We should do a watch together. Snuggle up on the couch. Popcorn. We'll be right.
I wonder what the runtime is for Bakuno.
Just back-to-back Bakuno.
I think it's like a full 24 episode run.
Yeah, so 12 hours.
And like it is so disjointed in those first 12 episodes.
We'll make it work.
Oh no, it's meant to be, and it's beautiful.
What's the next one? What do you got next?
It's more like 6 hours and 40 minutes. That's doable.
Oh, yeah, if you cut out all the intros and stuff, I guess.
Whoops.
Yeah,
I got rid of my my cheat sheet. This is Ryota killed his brother.
Oh, okay.
Ryota?
Something like that.
Asura's Verdict.
Nice.
Is that?
It's slowed down a little bit.
Yeah, that's the door. Sick. I wonder if all of them, the covers, are going to have just going to be bang character behind them, the door to their like apartment.
Yeah,
as akin to like the door to hell that opens up.
It'd be a cool thing.
Yeah. Sirens Won't Sing for You. Stellar Friends.
That's the last one for Stellar Friends.
Was it cancelled?
Yeah. Pretty sure Stellar Friends was cancelled.
That sucks. That's only 2 tanks. That's rude.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it got canned real early.
My Marriage to Seneca. It looks really cute and wholesome.
It does. Looks super cute. Look at all those animals. There's animals everywhere.
Tanuki.
Yeah.
Big Burrow Wolfman. And it's Chipmunk. It's not Chipmunk. They don't have chipmunks in Japan. It's the one that we were talking about before.
Look at that. Look at that.
Home at the Horizon. Maison and the Man-Eating Apartment.
It's a nice cover.
I was just trying to remember what happened last chapter. Man, as soon as you get caught up and it goes to like a weekly release.
Not the
It
same.
just feels like the pacing dramatically screeches to a halt.
It does. It does. Any title though, it doesn't matter what title you read, it
No.
screeches to a halt. And then sometimes it takes a going back to the previous chapter to read the new chapter to see,
Yeah,
remember.
I have to do that with Chainsaw Man every other week,
Yeah,
especially if there's a break.
yeah. That's a lot of stuff going on that last cover. That GG cover is just.
That is a really nice cover.
It's nice, but it's also like a lot.
I feel like it's composited pretty well though.
Yeah.
I don't know if the wheelchair is necessary at all.
Well, he's meant to be in it, but he's not in it.
Yeah, but he's standing, so
Yeah. Well, he's kind of floating. Anyway, semantics.
Blue. I don't know what that word is. Prostain. Just bear with me while
something. something the dark side.
Oh, okay. Proustian. It's someone's name. And he's French. That's why I was having trouble with it.
There's the problem.
That's my excuse. Blue Proustian moment. Yeah, I googled Proustian, whatever. And it's like referring to a writing style of French novelist Marcel Proust. I'm like, oh, okay.
Okay.
Neat.
I'm sure everybody would understand that. It's okay.
Thanks. We got a D Greyman cover being gorgeous, and I have no idea what's going on with it anymore. I'm a bit behind.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's like the grandpappy of Exorcist series at this point.
Yeah, because it started the whole genre.
Yeah,
in a
resurgence
sense.
anyway.
In its popular format that it currently runs.
It definitely started out strong until she got all of her injuries.
Yeah.
Oops. Mr. I'm not sure how to pronounce that one. It's literally just Clice. So is it Clice? Slice?
Clice.
It's stylized as a C? I don't know.
Mr. Clice. I don't know. Yeah.
Like a Mr. to me.
Samu Akamoto.
Then we've got the Bugle Call.
What?
And Gilded Enemy. That also looks pretty sick. So these are Jump SQ.
We don't get the SQ stuff, do we? Unfortunately.
Yeah, D Greyman. But yeah, no. Well, I think some SQ stuff does come through on Manga Plus. I believe I remember seeing that in one of the. Give me a moment. Manga filter SQ. So, Blue Exorcist, Goku Rakugai, Seraph of the End, Shoha Shoten, and World Trigger are all SQ that are available on Manga Plus.
So the requirement for being in the SQ roster is edgy teen acting.
No, Shoha Shoten is in there.
Which one's that again?
It's the comedy duo.
Oh, yeah. But isn't that done by
Yes,
yeah.
it's done by Urbita, who is
Yeah.
renowned as being super edgy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because
My
he did
point.
Platinum End
My
and Death
point.
Note.
Yeah. So
Yeah, look, as soon as you're like, isn't that? I'm like, yeah.
let me revoke my answer. Right. Right.
I've
Oh,
got, I've got more. The Elusive Samurai.
that is a immensely detailed cover.
Right? Also, I just noticed that those are ribs. And there's a
Yeah, yeah, it's a
person.
whole body. There's a whole body there.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, no,
didn't see
I
that
just
right
kind of.
away?
No,
It's
it
like
blended in with the
as soon as I
rest
saw
of
it,
the
I'm like, there's a
background.
whole body there.
Yeah. Nah, I didn't. I, yeah. Anyway. Which watch?
Nice. Very pop.
Another cancelled one?
The cop, the
Super
one?
Psychic Policeman, Chojo? The the Prince of Tennis, Rurouni Kenshin are also in SQ by the looks of it.
Okay.
So you need to be a pedophile as well. That's another way to get in there.
Oh, God damn it. Ah,
Or at
I
least get caught.
can't defend him. Can't defend him. They've been dragged through the courts. It's all legitimate.
Yeah. Although the way that Japan
Yeah,
handles
it's okay.
criminality,
It's
it's like
okay.
you you've been charged, you've served your paid your fine, um, get back in society and get back to work.
Go finish that manga. Get back
Make
to it.
some other people some money.
That's right.
So this is the color pages for this week.
Really pushing that running manga.
They do it with all the new ones though.
Yeah, I feel like they pick and choose a little bit. Like, did this guy get full
Yeah.
job like
Oh, I
that?
don't.
Yeah,
Did he get the cover? I think
I
he
don't
got the
think he
cover.
did.
He definitely got color page.
He got a first color page, like the first couple of pages of the first episode or first chapter were color. Don't no, we're not going down that rabbit hole.
Fair point.
Did you read the latest chapter on this one?
I did. I'm really enjoying it. It's a
Yeah.
lot of fun. Yeah. It's kind of reminding me of uh what was the one with the hopping zombies?
No.
Man, it hasn't been ended for that long.
X. It had an X.
Oh,
What's the
it's
hopping zombie name? What's the hopping zombie name?
oh, Jiangxi X. Thank
Yeah,
you.
there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mainly because I feel like it's more Chinese mythology inspired with
That's
the
because
Shin
they're
Wei.
in China.
They haven't specified where they are,
Did you
Logan.
not see the incredibly racist costumes that they were wearing at the end of the chapter?
I didn't pay that mind because I was distracted by the Duraludiner
It
bird.
is so like it is so generic Chinese like costume work. It's just like the whole pointy hat and everything. So and even the backgrounds, if you look at the backgrounds, it is
Yeah.
Chinese landscape.
Look,
So
yeah.
I know they in the first chapter they didn't really specify it, but
Yeah.
this chapter they kind of solidified it a little bit more.
I hope for its success, and I hope it keeps going with. I don't know. I'm a little on the fence at the moment, but I am enjoying the two chapters that we've got so far. I
Yeah.
just hope that they can continue to land.
Is okay. Is
Yeah.
okay. Is it's in the middle for me. You're right. It's okay. It's not bad. It's not astoundingly good. It's in the middle for
got
me.
me. It's got me at the moment, and I hope it can keep me.
Man, there's only 2 things that have got you in that series.
Yeah, but they weren't in issue 2 at all. Or they were maybe like a couple of pages.
Big pages.
I don't know how I felt about the first page where they're like going over all of her expressions. I feel like that could have been done more expressionate. Those aren't words. I corrected myself, and that's still not a word.
Keep going. I want to hear some more. Yeah, I get what you're at. Yeah, I feel like it could have been done differently. I get what they were going for. I just felt like it could have been done a bit more naturally.
It was a little bland.
That's kind of what I mean. It's just kind of straight up in your face. But we're just being judgy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. On this one, we're just being straight up judgy because it's.
Have you not seen the show before, Logan?
Look, man, we are a judgy folk. That's what we do.
It was mainly this one. Like, that's anger.
No, it's not. It
was barely anything.
They're going for the cute anger.
Yeah, but even then, like, it was
like
still...
all 4 of them. They're just like going, "Oh, what's the cutest we can make this?" That's what's happening here.
I don't know. The 2 on the right weren't too bad, but these 2 they didn't really reflect even like the emojis that they use.
Yeah. Like pleasure.
Yeah.
In reference to what? What's she pleased about?
Well, for example, they didn't like in the emoji they've got like the shading for the cheeks. They didn't bother doing that. They didn't bother giving her super angry eyebrows. Like they could have slanted her eyebrows a bit more.
Yeah, they could have pushed that down.
I am nitpicking, but the rest of the chapter was fine. The weird owl thing was so cute.
Yeah. I didn't think much of it until it pulled up to show the legs. Which is an owl thing to do.
I don't fully understand why, but it was a possible second chapter.
I hope there's more to it.
Yeah.
Now he stops and looks at it and goes, "Oh, okay."
Oh, damn it! I hit the wrong button again. You need to read Ichi the Witch. I am all caught up now. Honestly, it'd be right up your alley. Mainly because the characters are so unhinged.
Okay. I like unhinged characters. Once I'm all caught up on the one I'm reading now, I'll jump over.
There's 40 chapters as of Monday.
Yeah. If I'm going to catch up, I better do it now, is what you're saying.
They've just kind of wrapped up or in the process of like the last 2 chapters of wrapping up this arc that they've started, which they're just before this arc they introduced like the series Big Bad, and now it's a stage of them kind of gearing up to fight Big Bad and going on like a bit of a recruitment drive from a prophecy magic that they have that's feeding them prophecies, which could possibly backfire on them.
That just sounds
like... Did you get that from his
so
being...
convoluted? Was that a sentence you just said?
I thought you were laughing at the fact that I said that they have a prophecy magic that's giving them prophecies.
Yeah. Like that's part of it.
That would be what that would do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Straight. Yep.
Elusive Samurai.
And oh no, this is the in magazine. Yeah.
Yeah. Did they have a second time skip? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And that's them
Yeah.
advertising the next one, which that's in the I thought that was going to be a Manga Plus title.
Looks
Interesting.
pretty magazine-y to me.
It does.
Or maybe
Unless
they've
they
started
advertise Manga,
advertising.
yeah.
Yeah, could be. But then again, I don't know what the level of presence of Manga Plus is over there versus over here, because Manga Plus is the only avenue we have for this material, versus them being able to buy the magazine, which you think by now they'd be exporting to overseas environments.
Interesting. Um that's not a lot of people voting, but apparently there's I don't think this is an official poll, but there is a jump style chapters vote, but for Western readers, where you can choose up to 3 of your favorite jump chapters each week. Last week had 77 voters, which you had Ichi the Witch, Kagurabachi, and One Piece being the top 3, and Ichi the Witch by a large margin. At 43, then 33 for Kagurabachi, 27 for One Piece, and then the next one's Akane Banashi at 19.
But 77 people.
Yeah, but you get to vote for your top 3.
Yeah. But 77 people is not a lot.
No, I know, I said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
are they like they splashing this on the front page at all, or I haven't seen anything about it?
no, I don't think this is. Like I said, I don't think it's an official thing.
Ah,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
In the same source also did a survey for the first chapter of Ekiden Bros, which had 167 votes, a bit more, it's close
Yep.
to
Yep.
170. And the general consensus seems to be that it had a pretty okay start.
It did. Okay.
So you got good, okay, and bad, and 21% said good, 55 said okay, and then 23 said bad. So it's pretty much straight down the middle.
Yeah, it sounds about normal for a start. You know, there's not a lot that really blow people away, like in their first chapter.
Yeah.
And some people get blown away by different things in first chapters. So
I think this is a parallel Twitter page to the one that posts all the leaks and shit that we get our info from.
okay.
Yeah.
Insiders. Maybe.
I don't know what it stands for, but it's the WSJ. Oh, so it'd be Western Shonen Jump. I'm so smart, and I must be like the smartest guy in the world.
Gotta be. I believe
Man,
it.
I love that you just hype me up. I think that's everything. He says as he tries to find any of his other pages that he's got open.
Oh, we'll be here all night if that's the case.
Hey!
So many tabs, man.
Yeah.
You need like a search bar for your tabs. Yeah, there's an idea.
Or I could just be ADHD and close tabs.
Nah. You gotta be who you are.
Or at
Nobody
least
should tell you
group them
otherwise.
together coherently.
Man, I'm gonna briefly talk about the thing that I've been reading for
Do
the
it.
past 2 days. Past 2 days, like this thing has just grabbed me, and I'm just going, wait a minute. So Sumo Nihei, I think that's how you pronounce it. Who's the mangaka for Blame and Biomega and a few other series, Knights of Sidonia, that sort of stuff. And he's got a new series running at the moment, which is not sci-fi, it's actually fantasy. And it's really, 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 really cool.
Okay.
Like a lot of fun. So super simple concept. Like it starts with a an evil warlock / wizard guy who was pretending to be the king, has killed the king and has grabbed the princess and receded into this dungeon-like tower that resides in the lands, and it's known as the Dragon's Tower. And so the of course,
Like he's the landlord or the sole occupant,
no, it's just
or
called Dragon's Tower.
it looks like a dragon.
No, it's like this massive tower. So from what I've learnt so far, the
I'm just ribbing you.
the yeah, no, you're right, you're right. So the floors, there's 100 floors that they know of. Each floor is 30 foot tall, so it climbs 3,000 feet up.
What's that in non-freedom units?
Divided by 3, it's 1,000 meters. So 10 meters
No,
high.
okay. Yeah, right. Is it really? Is it that easy? I've never really thought about it.
3 foot to a meter. Yeah.
Huh.
Approximately. Sorry, that's not exact, but it's approximately. By we're talking.
Is that because people's feet vary in sizing?
Yeah, probably. So anyway, these floors, like they're really tall, and there's 100 high, right? And these, and they send the military in to this tower to try and find the princess, to claim her back, to get the kingdom back in order again. But they send the army in, and the army get completely freaking wrecked on like level 2 by a slime monster that they can't beat, which keeps just eating everyone.
Oh yeah.
So they start to conscript people from towns around. They're like, oh, we need to bolster our ranks. So they start conscripting people from towns. So you follow this kid who's in one of these small towns, and he is just living the good life on this farm community. He helps out around the community. He lives with his grandfather and his sister, I believe. That's right. Yes, that's right. On their farming house, I guess. And it doesn't really point to like this guy's special in any particular way. So he's like starting from level 1. He's got no battle experience. He's lived on a farm all his life. The only thing you know is, due to his farming life, he's a little bit stronger than the average guy. He can carry really big bales of hay and all that sort of stuff. So he's got a bit of strength about him, but he's also really stupid and innocent, and kind of just blurts out what he's thinking at the same time as well. So he doesn't know how to interact with people on a grander scale because he's been in this small town for such a long time. And he's simple. That's the easiest way to say it. He's just simple.
Oh, he dumb for real.
Yeah, a little bit. And it just he's so much fun. So anyway, he gets conscripted. He kind of just joins up. Like he puts his hand up to be the guy conscripted from their town, because there wasn't really anybody else there anyway. Everybody else is too old or too young to really take it up. So he goes to the base in which the army is sort of residing in, which is a ways from the tower itself. So he turns up there with a group of other people that are being conscripted. And they, as soon as they get there, they're like, this tunnel needs to be cleared. Can you guys clear this tunnel? And the other people in his crew are just like, they're all hunters and stuff like that. And they're like, well, we're too good for doing menial work like this. So he gets to work on just clearing the space. And you don't see him from that point. So you read the rest of the chapter and you learn about the captain and the vice captain of the military and the people that have gone in to fight the beasts and all that sort of stuff. So you start getting a little bit more lore and a little bit understanding about how the world works. And then on like the last couple of pages, they're talking away, and then you see in the background him walking past with like this massive boulder in the middle of the sentence, like, we've run out of people to be able to carry our backpacks so we can go through to the next level and defeat this beast. And then you see him in the background carrying this massive rock. So like there's this really comedic timing to the whole thing that's happening. So he just times things really well. And they just both turn around and look at this guy carrying this boulder. And the next page is just like him in the crew heading towards the tower. So they don't waste any time mucking around. It's just like scene to scene to scene. They sort of just jump from moment to moment instead of like easing through, I guess. So when they go to the tower is like a kilometer from where they're located, and they have to walk across this massive bridge that's connected to the tower, which floats, by the way. Massive floating tower.
Wait. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the Dragon
is that why
Tower,
it's called the Dragon Tower? Because it flies?
Possibly. They haven't really solidified why it's called that.
Sorry, I'm gonna let this bit die now.
No, it's a question, and there is dragons in there, so maybe they call it Dragon Tower because it's got dragons in it. So so they then go, and he follows with them, carrying all their supplies on his back. And when they get in there, they're like, make sure you watch your step, because the structures quite often are just like sets of stairs on the side of a wall. No railings or anything like that. So they're just climbing up these sides of these walls, and they're walking through these big, massive caverns that are just like a narrow bridge with no edges or anything like that. So it's quite hazardous to walk around and not pay attention. And him being a completely dumbfounded country bumpkin guy is, of course, rubbernecking his way through this dungeon. So he's off, looking at something off in the distance, and he falls off the edge of a bridge. And I think the comedic factor that he keeps falling off things. So this is a thing that happens almost every freaking chapter, is he ends up falling off something, or leaning over too far and falling off something, or just not understanding his physical position in space. He just sort of ends up finding himself in situations. So he falls off this bridge. Yeah, so he falls off this bridge into this water, and suddenly he's surrounded by all these freaking zombie warrior folks. So the rest of his group has to come down and help him, and then they have to find their way back up to where they were again. So he's kind of constantly dragging them backwards because he's ignorant to his surroundings. But the crew is really cool. So they're cool about the whole thing, and they're all nice people, and they help him out, and they push through. There isn't, so far, it hasn't been like a bad character, like no antagonist so far. Even when you get a little bit of coverage over the guy who's kidnapped the princess, he doesn't seem to be a bad presence. Like he's doing this for a particular reason. So there's a moment where he helps them defeat the slime monster that's been stopping them from getting up to the next level. And when he was about to kill the slime monster, a projection appears of this antagonist begging him not to kill the slime monster. and you're just like, wait a minute, what the fuck's
Okay.
going on here? And so the guy does it anyway, kills the monster, and then after he kills the monster, there's like this gem left over. And the antagonist is like, okay, look, this is the deal. You got to bring that gem to me on the 100th floor, and I'll give you the princess in exchange. Like straight up,
Okay.
without even hesitation. He's like, you got to do that. So I'm just like, oh, wait a minute, there's something else at play here. Like the princess is such a second sort of thought to the whole notion. And on top of that, she's been kidnapped for like weeks now at this point, and she looks super healthy and normal. And she's even in the projection, she's just like, ah, don't worry about me. I'm all good. Like it appears like he's like done this to try and keep people out of the tower, but it's kind of backfired on him.
Interesting.
So it's the story is really intriguing so far. The characters are phenomenally fun to read. There's a lot of goofiness and weird interactions between the characters. There's a wizard style character that they pick up, and she's kind of like the power of the group.
There's like Chainsaw Man power.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
there's like
okay.
there's a 3-person dynamic, and you get the serious guy, the insane girl, and the goofy idiot guy. So it's a very similar dynamic to the original Chainsaw Man trio. And I have a feeling that maybe he's been reading a bit Fujimoto, because the writing style is also kind of similar in its beats. Art style is dramatically different though.
Okay.
Like Nihei's work is grounded in the environments he puts his characters in. Traditionally, he's a trained engineer / architect. Yep. And so all of his structures and all of his buildings look structurally sound. They all look, even though they're fantasy based, they all look like they could physically be there. But he doesn't put them in hyper detail. A lot of his work is in negative space. So all the details in the shadows. So you get these big empty white spaces and big black blocks, and then just these little hints of highlights and glows and stuff like that, creating that sort of dynamic imagery that's happening, creating shape, just using light in the environment. He's got straight up black and white on the page, and then one screen tone that he uses, and that's it. So no cross hatching, no halftone grading on the black and white. It's just stark black and white and one screen tone, and it just fills the page with this dynamic volume. It's really, really beautiful. A lot of people will probably look at it and go, that's a little janky, because it's all.
I mean, people said that about Attack on Titan as well.
Yep, possibly. It's not like precision. It's not precision work in the classical sense that, every line's in the right place. It looks a little sketchy. Like everything is freehand. There is no rulers used. There is no, precision tools used. Everything is freehand in it. And you can tell, and it feels that way. And it feels natural, and the characters feel natural. So it really elevates the story really quite well. Also, a very large amount of very unique monsters. Like the first dragon they come across is actually only half a dragon.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like the back half has been cut off and it's like healed. So it's got no back legs. It's just the front of it. And there's quite a bit of sort of body horror work going on. He's carried a lot of character design from his earlier works, like BioShock and Blame.
Wait, did you say BioShock?
Sorry. not Bioshock, Biomega. I get that
Uh,
name crossed over quite regularly.
so I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, no, he hasn't. He didn't touch on. You'd know if he touched on those. Yeah, so that's one of them, and there's some kind of semi-brutal scenes to the whole thing, but you can see the negative space that he's creating shape with.
Yeah.
Instead of drawing massive details, he's drawing shape out of these shadows, which is really cool. Freaking love that.
That's not anymore. Oh,
Oh,
this way. There it is.
that one.
Yeah, it's kind of what you
Yeah,
were talking about with the staircases and whatnot before, right?
yeah. So these big giant structures. So you can see the hills down in the bottom where they're walking, and they've just climbed like a makeshift staircase. So behind them is like this multi-level staircase that's gone up multiple floors that looks rickety as hell. Everything they do is just sketchy as hell. They're throwing caution to the wind, and then they've got to climb up this massive crevice in the process. It is very high adventure in its core. So it's really about adventuring, going into these dungeons, finding treasure, and then coming out of the dungeon to heal up and rest and interact with the people back in town, and then go back into the dungeon, find some more treasure, and then sort of go up levels as they go through. So it's got that real standard sort of high adventure feel to it, but with a goofy aspect and a lot of fumbling their way through the environment as opposed to knowing exactly where they're going and stuff like that. So, but I'm obsessed. Absolutely love it. It's just
Did you
got the
actually
perfect
end up?
taste.
Did you end up reading Trojan?
I did.
That
It
uh,
made
it,
sense. Fully made
yeah,
sense. I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah. I just love that everyone got turned into spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
But
With
the end of the
timey-wimey
previous
spaghetti.
chapter, I was just like, I think they're all being warped and turned into spaghetti, but I'm not 100% sure. And then yeah, the first like page of the next chapter, I was like, oh yep, spaghetti.
Spaghetti. Yes.
I'm just looking at the rest of the stuff that we've sent to each other, and Kagurabachi
Oh
is also
yes.
pretty cool.
Oh, that panel, that reflection panel. Oh, so nice. Uh, where you just get the reflection of them at the bottom of in the water
Yeah,
happening. It's just the dude knows how to
it's quite literally.
frame. Yeah, yeah, it is. He's gotten very, very good at framing moments, not just in the panel, but offset.
And I finally finished Metaphor Fantasio, so Logan doesn't have to hear me crapping on about that anymore.
Nah, I'm gonna be hearing
was like,
about it for months more, no doubt.
God, it was like 160 hours. And that's just because I got bored of grinding. I could have probably put another 10 in to fully level out the rest of my party, but wasn't necessary. I wasn't going to use them for the final fight.
Honestly, though, without the grinding, would you say 110?
I didn't really grind that much, so I'd say it's probably still 130.
Yeah, okay. So that's a freaking long game.
It's huge, dude.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've done a mistake. The reason that it's so big is because it's part visual novel. So if you're sitting back and listening to the voice work, which I like to do because it adds more to the experience, and I don't like reading. And even then, there's still like a substantial chunk of the game that isn't voiced that you do have to read.
Yeah.
Hey,
if they
I've
put
made
the
a
effort
mistake.
into voice it.
Yeah, but I've made a mistake and I've picked up Death Stranding, and
No.
Kojima does basically the same thing. It's like, what's that? Here's an action stealth game. Lol, it's 50% movie.
Sorta.
Metal Gear 5
Yeah.
specifically. Was it 4?
I played 1 and 2.
Dude, 3's the best.
People tell me that.
Snake Eater is so fucking good. It's very
The
much
2
so,
was so
like,
good.
it was pretty good. But nah, Snake Eater is just like playing a James Bond guerrilla game. Like if James Bond actually,
Was a
like guerrilla
gorilla?
war, like if James Bond was less suave and did guerrilla warfare sort of shit as well.
Now I can't stop thinking of a gorilla in a tuxedo.
One gorilla in a tuxedo versus 100 women. That's the new thing. Yeah. Yeah.
It's random.
Yeah, no, because the 100 men versus one gorilla thing that the internet came up with. Yeah, that's my thing now. Is a gorilla in a tuxedo versus 100 women.
Okay,
and he's got to try and romance all of them. Who do you think?
Oh, okay. Oh no, that's different.
Yeah, it's not a punch battle anymore. Because he's like James Bonding. He's got to smash them all.
Monkey smash.
I'm just gonna remove myself.
Yeah, you better run.
I did also stumble upon this original concepts for Dragon Ball.
Oh yeah, these are cool.
Yeah, I sent them to you for 2 reasons. One, so that I could show them off on the show, and the other one was because I thought they were cool and you'd like them. But yeah, it's interesting how much Monkey he was going to fully draw from Monkey Magic.
Well, the myth of the Monkey King. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's Goku on the top page there. Like that was what Oolong, Goku, and Bulma were going to look like.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's a classic Chinese tale, man.
Yeah. Have you watched any of Uma Masame, Cinderella Grey?
Are you're seriously asking me this?
I am.
After 12 weeks.
I'm only asking you
almost every episode, man.
Because it shouldn't be going this hard.
What do you mean?
It's a glorified ad.
Dude, have you not seen how big this series is in Japan?
Yeah, because it's
basically Blu-ray sales is 10 times Naruto.
It's insane. I don't understand.
Like the original Uma Masame, its original format literally beat almost everything in Blu-ray sales. It is super popular. And you know what? It's good. It's really good. It is just straight up enjoyable.
The animation is pretty
it's stunning. Yeah. It's really, really nice. There's some goofy 3D work in there. But only briefly. When they couldn't be bothered.
The next little bit of Bradley rants. This is some stuff that I found when you were talking about your series.
Sorry.
I was listening. I listening.
Bored you. I'm sorry.
Didn't. No, because this is from the other site that I found from the other.
All I'm hearing is excuses.
Yeah, look, whatever. I don't even remember what. Like I scrolled and found it off one of the other posts earlier. Because they had. Oh, it was the one that told me that Witch Hat Atelier got cancelled. Sorry, not cancelled. Pushed till next year. Delayed.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Because most of our leaks only relate to the Shonen Shueisha properties.
Yeah.
Something that I found out today, that Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. It's got a second season coming out. I knew that. It's
Santa.
titled. Hey.
Santa?
Yeah, Rascal Does Not Dream of Santa Claus is the title of this season. There's also 2 movies that are canon that slot in between season 1 and 2, which are not available to watch anywhere.
Of course.
Which is insane because it's all Sony owned.
So they literally own the industry and they can't do this.
No, they just can't get their shit together.
Oh.
So
This
I
is
don't
an
understand. I don't understand what the go is there. But yeah. Thought I'd share that because I love Bunny Girl Senpai. It was such a fun little.
It was cute and fun and
Yeah.
weird and interesting.
Supernatural rom-com, I guess you would call it.
Yeah.
Just a whole bunch of like kids being full shinobi and like
Weird.
it was never really clear if they were actually all just delusional kids or if it was actually supernatural shit happening.
Wow, yeah, you got to ask the question whether her concept of everybody ignoring her in the bunny outfit was simply because people didn't want to interact with her while she was in a bunny outfit, or whether it's because they couldn't actually see her.
Well, because the main guy had like full like it was like mythical beast had like scratched his back, and so he had like massive gashes along his back. The something I can't remember what the sister had something going on too. Yeah, I don't remember. It's been like 10 years since season 1.
Yeah, it has been a minute.
I did also find key visual for Gachi Rakuta, which we are getting 24 episodes confirmed. Split into 2 cores though.
Yeah, of course. Because we're going to have a new intro outro.
Yeah. Which I mean was always kind of the case.
That was always the case. It's never not been the case.
It's just that they're releasing it in cores 6 months apart to give themselves more time now, as opposed to dropping all 24 at once.
No, they've always done that. That's always been the format, is 12 and 12. Season 1, part 1, part 2.
Yeah, but they never used to do like a 6-month gap in between part 1 and part 2.
Yeah, they did.
I feel like that's a new development.
We never got it that way because we never watched stuff week to week. Every time we got material, it was fully formed. By the time it hit us, it was all done and dusted. Takes years to get to us back then.
Do you remember manga that you sent to me a few years back now? It was big fat ugly dude that got reincarnated or something. And it was dumb but kind of fun. We read a couple of chapters of it and never thought about it again. Well, it's getting an anime.
Yeah, I can't remember this.
I can't remember. It's Ugly Mug Epic Fighter.
Sounds funny. As long as it's well animated, I'm down.
It's done by Studio White Fox,
okay.
which is Mushoku Tensei.
Yeah, that's an interesting choice for them.
Yeah,
to
You're
jump
right.
over
It
to
is.
something like this. Maybe they're just trying to like shake off the taste of season 2.
Maybe. I'm surprised that they've actually taken on something else. I thought they would have been diving straight back into doing more Mushoku Tensei.
Maybe.
Um,
Or maybe they're just expanding their offices and got more animators in.
Potentially, yeah. Trigger finally
Panty and
managed to
stocking.
wrestle the IP from the corpse of Gynex.
This has been in the works for like 3 years. And it's
Yep.
I'm so excited for this.
It's insane that they were able to actually get the intellectual property.
Why not? There's no Gynex.
Yeah, I know, but someone would still have to own. I don't know how that works.
I guess they could just claim it as theirs.
Apparently, there was legal issues.
Oh, no doubt, because
leading into it.
This Fully Cooley and Gurren Lagann. Yeah, they got the rights for Gurren Lagann, didn't they?
Did they? Ooh.
Pretty sure they did. There was a few that they dug their heels into.
Kind of don't want any more Gurren Lagann though.
No, it was just to have the rights of it to own. And after what they did with Fully Cooley stuff, they should be put in the bin anyway.
Is that done by Trigger?
No.
I didn't think so. Yeah.
No, that was all Gynex, that one. That was them trying to extract something out of the past.
Wait, the Gynex has been dead for a while, haven't they?
Yeah. No, it was last year. The year before. Like Shoegaze came out last year. Which was tied up with that. Man, I hate legal shit.
No, it's Production IG. Yeah, no, Gainax has been dead for over 10 years, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. That hasn't been 10 years. Can't be. Nah, it's not 10 years. I know they've been dead for a while.
Oh, and I considered it dead when
yeah, Flailin
moved on, right?
Yeah, Flailin for a period of time.
A very long period of time. Well, they didn't really do anything since 2015.
Yeah. So I wonder, is this going to be a reboot or a follow-up?
It's a follow-up, direct sequel.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, follows up from the cliffhanger from season 1.
Yeah, I'm going to be curious how they get out of that.
Haven't heard of this before, but it looks fun. It's called Necronomicon and the Cosmic Horror Show.
Is that a parakeet?
Maybe. Where?
Top right.
Oh yeah, that's a bird. Yep, I see it now. Wow, I couldn't. There's so much going on.
Yeah, there is. Is this one of those traveling circus kind of deals?
Oh no, man.
Looks it.
I've got nothing past the fact that it's somehow based in Lovecraftian lore.
Tentacle.
Well, that and the Necronomicon. But they dropped the N.
Which one?
It's the Necronomicon.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. For
And
legality reasons.
he's well and truly dead. I
Yeah,
don't think.
I'm sure
Yeah.
it's public space by now, right?
But also it has the nice alliteration with the Necronomicon and the Cosmic Horror Show.
Yeah.
It's not
Okay.
alliteration, is it? No, that's just rhyming.
Sure. Let's just call it that.
Um,
I believe in
the
you.
last thing that I wanted to talk about was I think this is Macross related. Is what
Gundam?
translate properly. There we go. Macross series. It is the movie Labyrinth Bookmark.
What the?
I think maybe it's from like the director that did the Macross series, actually.
Which one?
I don't know, man. So it kind of opens up. Well, no, you shut up. With just a couple of girls doing some
Oof.
gross 3D dance,
Oof.
but then, oh no,
More gross 3D. What?
oh no, looks
No?
interesting.
Yeah,
That's
it looks
pretty much all you
interesting, but
get.
how did you get Macross from that?
It's what that translates to. It quite literally translates to Macross series directed by Shoji Kawamori, the first original feature-length animated film.
I don't believe it.
Mm. It's coming out 2026.
Well, I'm not looking forward to that. Whatever.
Also, when I was looking at it, it was smaller, and then when I big screened it, I noticed all the gross 3D.
It looks like the whole thing is gross 3D.
Yeah, we'll see.
Not on my radar. Nah. I'm not doing it. There are two
It looked
Macross series.
almost.
The
It
original
looked
Macross series
weirdly.
is Macross Plus. That's it.
It looked almost weirdly rotoscoped as well.
Oh, like mocap?
Yeah.
That's what 3D rotoscoping is. Mocap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because rotoscope's for 2D, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, get out of here with your technological.
I'm here to support you. Here to support you.
It could just be the director worked on Macross series.
So it might be a slight mistranslation. So it could be Macross series director, new movie. Okay. That's okay then. Then I don't have to go near it.
Yeah. Director doesn't start with an F.
Sure it does. If you believe it. What are you, Spanish?
Yeah, cool. It's the main series director for the Macross anime.
Okay. There you go. So it's yeah. I'm right. Hey. Maybe. I hope.
Anyway. That's been our extra long episode of us talking shit. Catch us every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time for episode 100 and onwards. Yeah. Make sure to do all the engagement things. Help us with the algorithms. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah. Yeah. All right. We'll see you next time.
Yes.